U.S. Citizenship Civics Practice Test Number 5. In February of 2021, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, announced it would scrap former President Trump's revised naturalization civics test and restore the previous 2008 version of the civics test. Boundless Immigration has created 5 U.S. civics practice tests based on the 2008 version of the test. In this video, you will be presented with a question, followed by 4 multiple-choice options. Answers will be revealed after 5 seconds. A few things to note. There is no time limit in the real civics exam, and some adjudicators will allow applicants to skip questions and come back to them later. Questions are selected at random. Let's get started. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? Youngest member of the Constitutional Convention, U.S. diplomat, 3rd President of the United States, inventor of the airplane. Answer: U.S. diplomat. In addition to being a U.S. diplomat, Benjamin Franklin was an inventor and the writer of Poor Richard's Almanac. Franklin became the first Postmaster General of the United States in 1755. He also created the postal system. Who is the father of our country? Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Patrick Henry, Abraham Lincoln. Answer: George Washington. Washington was the general of the American Army during the War of Independence and the first president of the United States. He became a symbol of the new government. What is one way that Americans can participate in their democracy? Write to a newspaper, call senators and representatives, join a civic group, all of the above. Answer: all of the above. Voting is the best way for citizens to participate in a democracy, but it's not the only way. We can call or write to our representatives, join a civic or community group, help with an election campaign, run for office, or write to a newspaper, to name a few. What is an amendment? A change to the Constitution, the beginning of the Declaration of Independence, the preamble to the Constitution, an introduction. Answer: a change to the Constitution. As the country grows and changes, amendments to the Constitution allow the government to grow and change with it. For example, the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Inalienable Rights, the Articles of Confederation, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. Answer: the Bill of Rights. Members of the Constitutional Convention wrote the Constitution in 1787. The original Constitution did not protect individual rights. Soon after, in 1791, Congress added the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Who vetoes bills? The Speaker of the House, the Vice President, the President pro tem. Answer: the President. If the bill is sent back to Congress without the President's signature, Congress can either amend the bill or override the President's veto with a 2/3 majority vote. What does the Constitution do? Defines the government, protects basic rights of Americans, sets up the government, all of the above. Answer: all of the above. The Constitution creates the federal government and says how it works. It also protects the basic rights of all Americans. It is the oldest constitution in the world still used today. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South: Korean War, Civil War, World War I, Vietnam War. Answer: Civil War. The Civil War was from 1861 to 1865. The northern and southern states disagreed over the legality of slavery. The South separated from the North, the Union, and formed the Confederate States of America. The North won the war, and the Confederacy dissolved. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general in what war? Vietnam War, World War II, Civil War, Spanish-American War. Answer: World War II. Eisenhower led the United States Army and its allies in Western Europe during World War II. When he came home, he was a famous war hero. He became president in 1953. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Declared our independence from Great Britain. Ended slavery. Ended the war between Mexico and America. Declared our independence from France. Answer: declared our independence from Great Britain. When the United States formed, it was ruled by Great Britain. The colonists did not want to be ruled by Britain because no one represented their needs in the British government. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Gave women the right to vote. Freed slaves in most southern states. Ended World War I. Gave the U.S. independence from Great Britain. Answer: freed slaves in most southern states. Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 during the Civil War. He said that slaves in the southern states were free. Slaves could then join the United States Army. 185,000 African Americans fought in the Civil War. They fought for the Union and for their freedom. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? The president? The people? Checks and balances? Freedom of speech? Answer: checks and balances. The United States government is divided into 3 separate branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. Congress makes laws, but the president can veto a law. The law is then sent back to Congress, who can then override the president's veto. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. Colorado River, Ohio River, Rio Grande River, Mississippi River. Answer: Mississippi River. The 2 longest rivers in the United States are the Missouri River and the Mississippi River. The Missouri River starts in Montana and then joins the Mississippi River in Missouri. The Mississippi River starts in Minnesota and ends in Louisiana. Name one branch of the government. Legislative, executive, judicial, all of the above. Answer: all of the above. The U.S. government consists of 3 branches. Congress, the House and the Senate, make up the legislative branch. The president is in charge of the executive branch. The courts make up the judicial branch. Name 2 national holidays in the U.S. Thanksgiving and Veterans Day, Christmas and Halloween, Easter and Labor Day, Hanukkah and New Year's Day. Answer: Thanksgiving and Veterans Day. There are 11 national holidays in the United States: New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Day, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Potential questions not mentioned in this series. Who is one of your state's senators now? Name one of your U.S. representatives. Who is the governor of your state now? What is the capital of your state? Answers will vary for these questions. D.C. residents should answer that D.C. does not have a senator, representative, or governor. This is the end of the test. How did you do? Let us know in the comments. If you'd like to see a full list of U.S. citizenship test questions and answers, hit the link on your screen. And if you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Boundless on YouTube. Thanks for watching.